this live taping of your favorite sitcom, soap opera, Beaver Pines. My name is Darcy Malesi, and I play Beaver Pines matriarch Olivia Oil. Now, you may wonder why I'm here hosting today, and that's because our production assistant came down with another case of alcohol-induced amnesia. So, pardon any technical difficulties that may happen, but we're doing the best we can. Now, one thing you should know about our show is the fact that it's being filmed live means that your voices are going to be heard across the country. So it's really important that we hear you loud and clear so all the people at home can hear your lovely voices. So that's it. You're getting the feeling. All right. So what we're going to do is do some practice so we can get your voices warmed up. So if you're a watcher of Beaver Pines, you know that what happens all the time are shocking revelations. So let's hear at the count of 3 just how you would react in your loudest voice when you hear one such shocking revelation. 1, 2, 3.
No!
Awesome. Very good. You got it. Okay. Another thing that's very well known about Beaver Pines is all the love interests. So I want you to imagine that you're watching your 2 favorite characters declare their love for one another for the very first time. At the count of 3, what are we going to hear from you? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
You're a great audience. Okay, last, and maybe most fun. Beaver Pines has no shortage of villains and evildoers. So imagine that one of those evildoers has done something completely dastardly. At the count of 3, how are you going to react? 1, 2, 3.
Boo! Boo!
Okay, let's hear that again. Really dastardly, okay? 1, 2, 3.
No!
All right, very, very good. Excellent. All right, now, we are a soap opera, therefore, we film every single day, and we have lots and lots of lines to learn. And to be honest, sometimes we forget, and we need a little help with our lines. So you may notice that some of the actors will come and pick up a piece of paper out of this bowl and read it. No worries, it's just us getting a little help on our lines. We'll be fine. All right, and now, without too much further ado, I have a couple of announcements. One is, and I'm going to need your help again, folks, our show, each and every one of our shows, is sponsored. So I know that some of you know who our sponsor is tonight. So I'd like you to shout out who is our sponsor here in this wonderful year 1960 of our show tonight. Let's hear it.
Salem Cigarettes.
What cigarettes?
Salem Cigarettes.
Salem Cigarettes. You are right. You must be an avid watcher. Yes. So a shout out to Salem Cigarettes, our sponsor for tonight. Now.
Tobacco.
Say that again? Tobacco? Yeah. Let's hear it for tobacco. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. Now, without further ado, I would like to introduce our cast. Welcome, the people of Beaver Pines. Aren't they lovely? All right, let's start over here, and we'll have you give your character's name and a little soundbite about who you are.
Kent Hardly Reed, former pop star, local heartthrob.
Mayor Rutherford R.J. Johnson, 2-term mayor of Beaver Pines, a consummate politician.
Crystal Light, divorced, single mother, looking for love in all the wrong places. Beverly Vandergland, widow, owner of Beaver Pines gas station.
Jack, contraband dealer, gang member.
Rusty Connor, ex-con, 25 years for murder. Just want to be liked.
Matthew, known as Matty, Jack's brother, the town homosexual.
Dr. Robert David Eastman, the doctor of Beaver Pines, and a damn good one.
Dottie Eastman, medicated housewife, and Emily, her twin sister.
Violet Black, grieving third-time widower, new to Beaver Pines, and despite what rumors say, I did not kill my late husband, Ronaldo.
Maurice Jackson, World War II veteran who's just recently discovered he has a split personality named Martin.
In our last episode, we were left wondering whether Violet was going to hop on a plane with Maurice's alter ego, Martin, the unhinged, strange character with a pilot's license. Let's find out.
So, you sure you know how to operate this thing?
Oh, yes, of course. Let me just get my piloting drink.
It's a very spacious plane.
Would you like one? It's schnapps.
Absolutely. Can we fly in this weather?
Absolutely. I specialize in thunder flying.
Thunder flying?
Yes. Now, what's a dame like you doing in a town like this?
Oh, so you haven't heard the rumors.
Of course not. I'm new to town. I just flew in last night.
Well, I'm still, if I'm being honest, you should know. I'm still grieving my late husband's death.
You don't say.
Ronaldo.
Is he dead, or just gone?
No, he's dead.
I am so sorry.
Thank you.
Now, let me put on your seatbelt.
Oh. Oh, snug.
Yes.
Martin?
Martin? Who's Martin?
What do you mean, who's Martin? You're Martin.
No, I'm Maurice Jackson. What am I doing here? I was just at a bar drinking my sorrows away.
What?
Anyway, buckle up, baby. It's time to go.
Maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe.
Too late.
Oh my gosh.
We're achieving 10,000 feet. 20,000 feet. 30,000 feet. Let me just set it on autopilot. You don't mind if I relax, do you? Violet, I gotta say, ever since I saw you in that restaurant bar, I had my eye on you. I think you and I are just the soul of a kind. Don't you agree?
Yeah,
What's wrong?
nothing. This is perfect.
You look distressed. Have I done something wrong? Is this not a perfect date? I am flying you around Beaver Pines.
It's, yeah,
Oops.
it's perfect. Can I get up and get another drink?
Oh, well, probably shouldn't get up, but you can certainly have mine.
Thank you.
Oh, you can't tell me that you don't trust me. This happens every time. You take a dame out on a plane in the middle of nowhere and they suddenly don't trust you.
Of course I trust you. Maybe we just should get to know each other a little bit more.
I agree.
You said you were new to town. What brought you here?
I am. I'm a pilot. What's happening?
You're a pilot!
Oh, I always forget not to smoke these around the gas station.
You You know, what can you do? They're Salems. They're irresistible.
I can't help myself.
Beverly,
Jack,
did you join the Communist Party?
can't believe you would ask me that. I knew you suspected something. I hired you to watch the gas station every night when I couldn't. What have you been doing? Going through my files?
Yeah, I have.
What did you find?
I've been finding a lot of Russian. At first, it was a manual for how to assemble a gas pump. It was actually in a lot of languages. But as I dug deeper, I found more and more evidence.
I can't help it. I had to reach out to other countries when we had to stop manufacturing the brand of gas pump I use. Only the Russians make it. And they make it cheap, Jack. Cheap. That's how I like it.
Beverly, I agreed to be your watchdog. Keep an eye on this place, but I can't be associated with that kind of thing. I have a reputation to uphold.
Oh, give me a break. A reputation. A reputation. A reputation as a bad boy. A roller. And you look bad to be seen around somebody who buys things from Russia?
Well, mostly because I deal my own contraband. If you wanted some illicit gasoline pumping materials, you could have asked me.
I never thought about that.
You don't know what I got under this jacket.
I'd be surprised if you could carry a pump around in there. But, say, Jack, I thought you only sold illicit drugs. You're telling me you can get hardware, machinery, big machines and things that need radiators and pumps?
Yeah, I can. But if I hear that you're dealing with the communists, then I don't think the rest of my gang, the rollers, are going to look so kindly on it.
Look, Jack, you've got a reputation, and so do I. I don't need you going around town and spreading rumors about me, saying things about Russians or communism or pink or red or anything like that. Do we understand each other?
How about you buy a few packs of Salems, and I'll keep my mouth shut as long as I can.
I'll do that.
Mayor Rutherford.
Kent?
I suppose by now you've heard that Olive Oil is announcing her candidacy, that she's going to run against you.
I've heard, Kent. And I must tell you, I don't like it much. I don't like it much at all.
Well, Mayor, you have to admit you've somewhat lost track of the town. Why, you've got gang members and communists running amok.
Kent. Beaver Pines is a nice place. The nicest place. Anybody who doesn't think so is a damn communist.
Well, Mayor, I came by because I wanted you to hear it from me. Olive Oil has asked me to sing her new campaign song, to join her on the campaign trail. As you know, I'm a former one-hit wonder. Why, I used to be big. The name Kent Hartley Reed was on the top 40. But then, my record label dropped me. My hopes were dashed. I see this as a way to get back into the limelight. I mean, what better way to catch mass fame and appeal than to sing a song for a mayoral candidate of a local rural town?
Kent. Have you ever had a Salem cigarette? They're delicious.
Of course, Mr. Mayor.
Why, if you skip a meal and you have a Salem cigarette, it makes you feel like you just had a three-course with appetizers.
Everyone knows that.
But even Salem knows when it's time to start something new. Like these Salem brand cigarillos. Why? These are smooth and rolled with the finest Cuban tobacco.
With a fresh, crispy aroma.
That's right, Kent. You see, right now you're like a pack of Salem cigarettes. Everybody's had those, and you're trying to hold on to that flavor. But I'm telling you, you can be a lot more, Kent. You can be a cigarillo.
I might be, if I can get a new hit. I'll do anything to get back into the good graces of the American public. That's why I'm joining Olive Oil's campaign, unless you have another proposition for me.
Why? Of course I do. Come here, Kent.
I've always looked up to you, Mr. Mayor. It's pained me to have to come by and break this news to you.
Well, I'm glad that you came on down to the office and they told it to me straight. You know what I think that you should do? I think maybe you should work for Miss Oil. And you should write her the best song you know how. A great song. And see, what we'll do is we'll just interlace it with a little subtext. Maybe we talk about holding hands and playing tambourines.
I don't know, you know, I've always had a very nice, wholesome image to the public.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You see, we're going to seed her campaign with a little bit of that hippie dust. A little bit of sneaky communism underneath. And there I'll go riding in Rutherford R.J. Johnson.
Mr. Mayor, I've
American mayor.
heard about this subliminal advertising.
That's right. If you play it backwards on the record player, it'll say, "Oh, was a communist." I've got a man on it right now.
Well, what's in it for me?
Why? Would you like to be vice mayor?
Well, I suppose what I really want is to be famous again. I want another hit on the radio. Can you?
Of course I can.
You have a word with the local DJs?
I own the local radio station. You knew that. But I don't like to make it public. But
KPIN, I know.
why do you think all my ads get top billing? If you want to be on there, Mayor Rutherford R.J. Johnson's your ticket to fame, son.
You've got a deal.
So you see, that is my slightly vulnerable yet heartwarming story of my childhood and how I became the man that I am today. And I discovered that Violet Black, I love you.
So soon. I'm just glad we landed.
Yes, it was an abrupt one. The storm didn't help much, but that's kind of how I feel about you. See, I just feel that though I can't really reach the stars and grab them, I can always look to you. And you shine just as bright.
I haven't.
We landed! We landed! Oh, thank God we landed! What happened?
Maurice!
What?
Maurice?
Yes, Maurice!
Okay, stay with me, Maurice. I think you may have a split personality. But that's okay. That's okay. Actually, Martin's great. He's in love with me.
What? No. No, I'm not.
Hey!
What? No, I'm not. I'm sorry. You're fine. You're
Fine?
You're a nice person, but I'm not in love with you. Will you, Violet Black, will you make me, Martin Johansson, the happiest man in the world?
my right hand, but
I'm ambidextrous.
I'm flattered.
Good. Then it's settled.
Oh. Martin. Oh,
A rose for a rose.
thank you.
Thanks for inviting me over to your house, Beverly. It's really nice.
You like it, Rusty?
Yeah. I just bathed with ivory soap. It's 99% pure.
Oh, Rusty, that's really romantic.
I want you to know I bathed real good, Beverly, for you.
I have to say, when you walked through the door, I could smell a powdery freshness, like as if I was walking through a field of flowers.
And that 1% that wasn't pure, I rubbed that with some Clorox.
Amazing. It reminds me of being a child again.
Yeah? Tell me about your childhood.
Oh, Rusty. It's such a long time ago. But you know, I was raised by my grandparents.
What about your mother and your father?
Well, I never knew my father. Oh, my mother, as it turned out, was my sister all along. Or should I say, the woman I thought was my sister turned out to be my mother.
That must have sent you into a psychological spin.
Oh, Rusty, it was horrible. I had to go into an institution for 3 years, off and on.
Beverly, I love you.
Rusty.
I know that I don't earn a lot of trust around here. I know that I killed a man. And I know that I paid my time. And I know that I'm ready to be rehabilitated. Do you think you could trust me, Beverly, and love me?
Rusty, have you ever heard of the Cold War?
No.
It's something we're going through right now.
What do you mean?
It's something to do with communists.
Communists?
Yes, and I just want you to know that if you hear anything in town about me, and anybody says anything about me being a communist, don't believe them.
I could never believe anything like that about you. This is the United States of America, and you're an American girl.
That's
and
right.
I love you, and me and you, we're gonna have the American dream. An all-American guy, an all-American girl, apple pie. We'll have a couple of kids. They'll run around playing hopscotch and baseball,
Rusty,
and they'll say,
stop.
"So's your old man."
Stop it, Rusty! Stop it! Oh no, those storms are coming again.
What's the matter, Beverly?
Rusty, my husband Glenn, he hasn't been dead that long. And I don't think I can do this.
Beverly, take a stiff drink and think better of it.
Oh, I'll just have to have this. Would you like one?
Yes.
It's what Glenn always drank.
Please.
My dead husband.
Have one also. Beverly, I promise you that I'm gonna love you for the rest of my life.
I believe you, Rusty.
Here's to America.
Have some time together. Well, this is a little awkward, you know. I'm going to be running against your brother.
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
May I sit down?
Please. Now it's time for today's stoner soap. What dementia, again, I forgot. I was hoping you could watch television with me, a soap opera.
Crystal, are you having one of your episodes?
I am.
You're talking about being a stoner and having dementia?
Yes.
That
They go
worries
hand in
me,
hand.
Crystal, even though I don't know you very well. You know, this could be really bad for your brother's mayoral campaign.
Well, that's the problem. Being a stoner as well as having dementia isn't going to look good for you. And I'm not sure how I'm going to hide it any longer from him.
So you choose to tell the person running against him for mayor. That confuses me, Crystal.
Perhaps it will unconfuse you. I have no female friends here, and you're the closest to my age that I could see in this town. And I thought that you would perhaps understand me better. I was hoping you had dementia as well.
Well, I don't think so. It could be I've forgotten, and I do have it.
That's how it works. You're either stoned and you forget everything, or you have dementia and you don't care whether you're stoned or not because you've already forgotten it.
I really like you, Crystal.
And I like you.
But the thing is, I'm running against your brother, and I need to win.
I know you do, so this is what I want to tell you. My brother Rutherford, he controls me and I'm tired of it. I have done everything for him. I make him turkey TV dinners when he comes home. I give him drinks.
Oh, while you're stoned and not remembering.
That's correct.
So impressive.
I know. He takes care of me and my son Bud. I have nowhere else to turn. I have nowhere else to live, so I have to stay here. I try to keep an orderly household. I dress like Donna Reed. And I need to break out of this. And the thing is, I overheard him talking to Kent, who can't hardly read. Kent?
Crystal!
Oh no, my brother's here, just...
Oh.
Rutherford!
Oh, looky here.
Looky here.
Olive,
Hello, RJ. How are you?
Olive just came over to watch a soap opera with me.
Better.
Better?
Yes. I thought we were going to have to do something like this in a more public forum, but it looks like you'll get to have a little bit of your humiliation as an appetizer.
What are you talking about, Rutherford?
Why, I'm sure you've heard Mrs. Oil here thinks that she can run for mayor and beat me, Rutherford Johnson.
Well, I think it takes a lot of courage to run against you, Rutherford. Wouldn't you like to promote that and have some stimulation in the campaign?
You don't know your brother very well, do you?
I forgot.
Crystal, sweetie, I'm hungry. TV dinner time, I think.
Right away.
Well, you haven't changed much.
You haven't either. Are you still married to, well,
What's his name? Of course I am.
We would have heard by now if he
what?
finally quit you.
Please.
The Lord knows he would have had the right.
That's not going to help your campaign.
Stand up to your henpecking.
Slashing mud at me. It's not going to work.
I'm
This
in my-
town is ready for something different, RJ. You know why? Because the women of Beaver Pines are sick of men telling them what to do, forcing them to prepare TV dinners. My God, man, what's wrong with you?
Forcing her to prepare? Why, I give her a place in my home. She's a divorced woman. She has no line of credit. She has no job, no qualifications. The only thing she is fit to do is keep a house. And I give her a house to keep.
Well, when I'm mayor, women are going to have a lot more opportunities in this town. They're going to be able to get a credit card.
Yes, that's right, Miss Johnson. 2 Salem cigarettes before bedtime.
Dr. Eastman?
And, excuse me, yes, and your son should be able to sleep right as rain. Thank you very much. V,
Dr. Eastman.
please have a seat.
Thank
Over
you.
here.
I'm a little overwhelmed.
Tilly, alcohol?
Yes.
Speak, go ahead.
I just had quite the night. I was in an airplane.
An airplane?
Yes.
And?
I met this man named Martin. It was so nice to finally be in the presence of a man since Ronaldo. You know, I've been suffering from heartbreak. You've been treating me so well. How am I doing? Am I still dying?
Your heart is still broken.
Well,
So what happened? Who was this man?
his name was Martin.
Oh yes, Martin. Martin!
Have you met Martin?
I have. He's a patient of mine.
Well...
Martin and Maurice, double M's. MS.
Yes! There's 2 of them.
And when you fall in love with one of them?
Well, Martin proposed to me last night.
imaginary ring. It's just like it.
But you
What
see,
did you say?
I didn't have a chance to even say anything because he turns into Maurice, who apparently is not so fond of me.
So why are you coming to me? Do you wish for me to keep one of... That's why you're here. You want one of the personas to remain the one that you want, of course.
I want Martin. And you know you owe me.
I thought we were going to bring that up.
Well, this is serious.
Apparently it is. Fine. Bring him to me and I'll do my best. Now, if you excuse me, I need to speak to my wife. Ah, sweetie, please. Well,
Thank you.
how have you been?
Oh, I'm fine. I was just wondering if you can perform a test for me.
Of course.
A pregnancy test.
A pregnancy test? This will make it number 4.
Yes.
Well, of course, I'll do that for you right away. You just go ahead and...
Well, tell me what to do.
All you must do is, it's my own invention. They call it a pregnancy test. You must urinate on this strip. In private.
Urinate. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't do that.
I'm a
Nor have
doctor.
flatulence.
Dorothea, I'm your husband and your physician. I helped
You're
you
right.
come into this world.
You're right.
So please, just urinate on that strip, and if it's a plus sign, we get up to 4th child.
Okay. Right here?
Well, in the bathroom, in the bathroom.
Oh. Okay.
Kent, it means so much to me that you've asked me to help you write your song. You know, ever since we found out you got Emily pregnant out of wedlock and I asked to raise the baby with you, I felt like things have gotten a little weird between us.
They have. I guess, well, Maddie, I'm just a little nervous because, well, you and I both know that you're the one that helped me write my original hit song. And by helped, I mean you're the one who wrote my original hit song.
Oh, of course, but I would never tell anyone that. You're my best friend, Kent. I would never do anything to hurt you.
Gee,
You have to know that.
buddy, it's not that I don't want you to get any of the credit. I would love to share the credit with you, but, you know, Middle America is just not right. They're not ready to know about homosexual songwriters yet.
I know. I understand that. I do. In fact, I was thinking, we don't have to put my name anywhere, but what if, have you heard of this subliminal advertising?
I have.
What if we put little messages into the song, like how it's okay for 2 guys to hold hands, and just, you know, they only really hear it if you play the record backwards.
What would it sound like backwards?
Okay to be gay.
Wow. Well, I'd be happy to put a message like that into the song, but, well, I also need to sprinkle into the song references to communism and the hippie lifestyle. And let me tell you, I'm having the darndest time coming up with a rhyme for proletariat. I've already got a title. Let me run it past you. I was thinking of calling it, You Cheated on Me with That Witch?
Interesting.
The witch in the song is Mayor Rutherford.
Sure. No, I can see that, for sure. I guess, well, Ken, I'm a little concerned about just some of the directions you're going. I mean, when you say you want to write about communism and the hippie lifestyle, do you mean that you want to promote communism and the hippie lifestyle?
Not me. You know me, all American through and through. It's just, well, Maddie, the game is, I've come to find out, sort of cooked. Mayor Rutherford, he owns the radio station, KPIN. And, well, the only way I'll ever get on is if I help him by sabotaging the song I'm writing for Olive Oil. You see, he wants me to put in things that represent the degradation of the American way. References to Mary Jane.
Kent, this doesn't sound like you. You wanted to write songs out of artistic passion. You wanted to write songs that did good for the world. What is this going to do? Help re-elect some man who doesn't care about progress?
You see, Maddie, I did want those things. I really did. But then I looked deep down inside and I realized that also I just really want to be famous again. It's really cool. So you'll still help me, right? Maddie, come on. You know I can't write a hit song on my own.
And maybe you should write better hit songs, Kent. No, I'm not going to help you with this. I'm not going to help you get the mayor re-elected. That's absurd.
But we could put in your subliminal messages too.
What will it matter if the people in power don't care about doing anything about it? What will it matter if everyone starts thinking better of me, if all of a sudden there's even more laws that mean I have to hide in the shadows? Don't you understand what this would mean for me? How hard it's been with this RJ as mayor?
Maddie, you know I've always had your back, right? We've known each other since grade school. Do you remember that time we met? Why, those bullies were about to toss you into that locker and slam the door?
Oh, I remember.
Who stepped up to drag you out of there?
This is what I mean, Kent. You used to be different. You used to be someone who helped people because they deserved helping, not because you wanted credit for the help.
I can't help anyone if no one can hear my voice. And no one can hear my voice if I'm not on the radio. And I can't get on the radio unless I help Mayor Rutherford. Emily.
Oh, hello, dear.
Still doing that ventriloquist door-knocking trick, I see.
It's time to go pick out a bassinet or something.
You're smoking while you're pregnant? That better be a Salem.
It is. You know that they're safe.
Thank God.
Yes, I heard you two were tying the knot.
That's right.
Yes.
Olive Oil doesn't want me on the campaign trail unless I represent good old-fashioned American values, and I can't do that unless I'm happily married with a wife with a butt in the oven. Go on, drink up.
Well, I hope the mayoral candidates enjoy the song that you write. Because it won't be one that I help you with.
Maurice, Rusty. Here, I already got your drinks.
Thanks.
Look, I need to talk to you about a matter. You up to it, Maurice?
Why don't you take it easy on him? You know what he's going through.
I'm in. What do you got going on?
Well, I've been digging around the gas station. And apparently Beverly and some of the women in this town, maybe some even running for office, are in deep with the communists.
Whoa, wait a minute now. I spoke with Beverly about that, and she assured me that if anyone said that, I should not believe them.
Rusty, you know me. You know I'm an honest guy.
Yeah?
Would I lie to you?
Well, you never have before, but look, you be careful. You know Beverly and I are an item now.
Rusty, I don't think you should be consorting with that kind. And you know who I also heard is involved? That Violet Black.
Really? Violet Black is a communist?
Wait a minute.
All the women in this town, I heard about some meeting. They're all going to be gathering together, talking about their communism.
Look, you're getting carried away with yourself.
Am I, Rusty?
Yeah, Beverly's a good lady. She's my lady. She has to be good.
Well, she's a communist, so...
Cut it out, I said!
Do you think communism's good, Rusty?
No, I don't think communism's good. And that's why Beverly can't be a communist. You hear what I'm saying?
You know what I hear is that if we're communists, they're going to be stealing the bikes out of your shop, they're going to be doling them out, you're going to be making the same amount of pennies as a bum on the street.
Jack, listen to me. I was out there in the beach of Normandy. All right? I got out of that boat while the bombs were blowing up all around me. I lost my leg. Yes, I know the dangers of communism. Hand me a refreshing Salem cigarette, please. But what you're saying can't be true. Look at this, my diary. I found an entry that I didn't write. Let me read it to you. It's about Violet Black. Dear diary, this is Martin.
Well, that's not your name.
I know. It says, last night I had the most wonderful time with Violet Black. I took her up 30,000 feet in the air without realizing scared her a little. But then I gave her a story about my childhood. And then we talked some more. She is the woman for me. I wanted to make it sound very sinister. But it really is a nice thing to say about her.
Maurice, you understand what's going on, don't you? You have a split personality. It was brought on by that injection that Dr. Eastman gave you. Sometimes you're Martin, sometimes you're Maurice. It can't be! It is! Martin is in love with Violet, but Maurice is not.
But maybe Maurice should be. Maybe Maurice has been lonely for long enough. Maybe I can force myself to love this woman. Martin obviously does. He must see something in her that I just haven't seen. But I can tell you she's not a communist.
You two are wrong. Mark my words.
Dorothea, sweetie, I know you're upset. Miscarriages are always difficult. Please, have a seat. These things sometimes happen. It's a mystery of God.
Go JFK yourself.
I know you don't mean that. Listen.
Do.
Jason, Francesco Vickers. Your high school sweetheart, the one who jumped you, want me to run off the way he did? Is that what you're saying? You want me to just leave? It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I did everything I could to save the fetus.
I'm sorry, I'm just so upset.
Have a seat.
Thank you. We'll have to try again next month.
Actually, sweetheart, I don't think that's going to work out for me. I have something else to tell you. I no longer can bear a child.
Oh no, you can't?
No.
I don't understand. We don't have a bear child. I'm talking about a human
I'm
child.
sterile. I'm sterile.
Yes, I clean with bleach sometimes.
No, you don't understand. My boys, they drown.
There was an incident at the pool?
No, not our boys. I'm not able to genetically produce the necessary amount of semen to impregnate your womb.
Oh, Robert. I'm so sorry.
I was shocked that you even got pregnant last time.
What happened? Was it the dog attack? I didn't realize the bite to the testicles could seriously damage them like that.
Well, now you know. I'm sorry. But we have 3 beautiful children. We don't need another one.
I do need another one.
Why?
It's my only calling in life.
You only call it that? You're a wonderful mother to the 3 we already have. And is this family?
Yes, but I'm bored of them.
Bored? The youngest one is 3 years old. Jeffrey, Thomas, and Georgie. Jeffrey, Thomas, and Georgie. Jeffrey, Thomas, and George. Thomas, Jeffrey, George. George, Thomas, Jeff.
I sometimes forget their names too.
That's why we keep repeating them. That's what. But you're bored of your families. That's what you're telling me?
I always wanted 4. We must find a way.
Maybe we could adopt.
Adopt?
Adopt.
What would the neighbors think?
You're right.
I would have to adopt somebody that looked just like me.
And now, a word from our sponsor, Salem Cigarettes.
Hi, I'm Regina Ferry, and I play Violet Black.
Hi, I'm Kenny Rubenstein, and I play Maddie.
Maddie? Is that Salem?
Why, it is. No kidding, do you have the same?
No, I have a Winston.
Oh, well those will never get you relaxed like a nice Salem.
Give it to me.
I'm too relaxed to even think of giving it away.
They've been sold out everywhere.
Ah, yes, I know. You know, some people say these things give you lung cancer, but I can't simply believe that. You know what they say. A Salem a day keeps the worries away.
You know what they say, you should always give Salems and special things to your favorite cast members, especially the ones that got you your job in the first place.
What can I say? She knows what she knows.
Salems, perfect for blackmail.
Now please enjoy your 15-minute intermission.
I need to adopt a baby that looks just like me, otherwise I won't love it.
I knew this would happen, and I know exactly what you want. And I might have a solution, but you'll have to trust me on this one, Dorothea.
What? What's the solution?
He should be here in a second.
Who? Jesus?
The next best thing. Can't hardly read.
Doctor, hi.
Welcome
See
to
your
our
message.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
That's my wife, Dorothea. Dorothea Kent. Kent, Dorothea.
Nice to see you again.
Yes.
Kent, would you please have a seat? Would you like something to drink?
Oh,
A cigarette, perhaps?
a drink would be great, thanks.
I think he's a little old for us to adopt him.
No. Just, why don't you go into the kitchen and make sure that dinner's going to be ready?
Good idea.
You do like meatloaf, don't you, Ken?
Of course. You know, it's pretty exciting. We're going to be brother-in-laws soon, once I marry Todd's sister, Emily.
That's right. That's right. And that's why I wanted to have this nice dinner with you in order to congratulate you.
Well, thanks. I guess you being her doctor already know that, well, please keep this between us, but, well, she's expecting.
Of course, absolutely. Kent, have you ever felt like you weren't a full man?
No.
Really? Even with your failing music career?
Okay, ouch. I suppose when I got that call from the record label saying, we hate all your follow-up songs and you need to leave LA and never come back, well, that stung a bit. And I came back to town with my head low.
Tell me more about this tragic story.
Well, I had a writing partner that helped me write all my hit songs. A writing partner who couldn't join me in LA, tragically. It just wasn't right timing, wasn't the right optics. And so I tried to make it a go on my own. At first everything was great. The road, the fans. But well, inspiration never struck again.
And inspiration hasn't struck ever since, am I right?
I know I'm this close to my next hit song, but I'm even writing the next campaign song for Olive Oil in her mayoral run.
Please, Kent. We both know a woman will never be mayor of this town.
Maybe with the right song.
Kent, I don't mean to be curt,
You should be the doctor.
but I don't think that you're going to be the right father to raise that child. You won't have a career, you won't be able to make ends meet, and that's why I brought you here. I could be a solution to your ailment.
Doctor, I'm not sure I know what you're implying.
I'm implying that I want your baby. I'll pay you top dollar for it. How does $1,000 sound?
$1,000?
Listen.
Why, that's a lot of payola.
It does. I'm sterile. It means my testicles don't produce the necessary amount of semen.
Thank you for that graphic detail.
Dorothea and I are trying to have our 4th child. Because we have our first 3, of course. Tom, Jeff, and George. Very good.
Everyone knows they're great kids.
So what do you say?
I mean, Emily would never go for it.
Well, I mean, you'd explain it to her. You're the man of the house, aren't you?
The thing is, well, I have been worried about this song becoming a major hit. Life on the road is no place for a baby. And frankly, I'm really only marrying Emily because of the child. Why, I'm not even sure we're really in love with each other.
More reason to have us adopted from you. Of course you'll have full visitation, right? You'll be the cool aunt and uncle. And we'll take all the responsibility.
Oh, ladies, please come into the house now because Rutherford won't be home for about 2 hours. And I'm so excited to have the communist party here. I've only had Tupperware parties, so this is just so exciting for me. Please, what can I offer you? A drink, a reefer, anything?
Well, let me just say that here's a Martin, honey. The meatloaf will be ready soon, if you know what I mean.
Is that a communist code?
Well, what I really should have said is, here's a martini, honey.
Oh,
The meatloaf.
that
will be ready
makes
soon.
so much more sense.
It means a lot to me that you understand what I'm talking about, ladies. It means so much that you understand that when we finally get this town equalized with communism, where everybody gets a piece of the pie, the same piece, where we don't have to divide it up in unequal parcels, but you get the same piece that I get.
So it's just a party then, with everybody getting presents at the same time? I don't understand, actually.
Well, think of it like a meatloaf. That's the thing. I use that analogy because a meatloaf is taking the cheapest portion of the beef, mending it by adding ketchup. And when you're done with it, you have a loaf of protein that you can share equally amongst your comrades.
This sounds lovely. But why not hear from our lovely mayor-to-be?
I may be wearing red, but I'm not
Rusty, the meeting's happening just over there in that house.
You
thought I
really
heard
think we
something.
ought to eavesdrop?
Here, I brought these binoculars. Just look through them.
Look, I know I've only worked for you for a bit of time, but I must caution you on your reputation. And I don't know much about this communism stuff.
Violet, I just have one thing to say. That with those glasses on, I can't tell if you're talking to me or Olivia.
She's talking to me because, if you didn't know it, Violet is my personal assistant.
I
may
can
be
read
getting
lips. Violet is her personal assistant.
Wait a minute, too personal. What I'm saying, Violet, is that I am not in favor of becoming communists.
There, you see? She just said she's not in favor of becoming communist, and they're all there at the same meeting.
Well, do you think you have to be a communist to run against my brother?
No, that's the thing. We can have an equal share of the pie. It's just we need to make the men bake them.
Ladies, ladies, do you hear something outside?
Look, Rusty, it doesn't matter what Olive says, it matters what Beverly says, right?
Look out the window, see if there's anybody out there.
You know, I've been having those cats in heat in my neighborhood. At first I thought it was somebody yelling, Mom, Mom. Oh, that's what it is then.
Ladies! This is serious.
Well, what makes you think that I'm not serious?
Because you're throwing things around without any knowledge. We have to ensure that R.J. Rutherford does not become mayor again. I know I'm new to this town, but I hear everything in this town.
All he's doing is just holding women back.
Look,
That's why I run.
if anybody's a communist, it's got to be R.J. R.J. is a communist. And if you can't read my lips when I say that,
She just said if anyone's a communist, RJ's a communist, but Mayor's a communist.
Excuse me!
She said, excuse me.
What's going on?
is there someone at the door?
Ooh, Rusty?
Smells like a skunk in here.
All right, it's us. It's me,
Rusty,
Beverly.
what are
I
you
told him
doing?
about you.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Take this, you schmo. I didn't believe him, Beverly. I didn't believe him for a minute. I saw what you said. I know that this is a party of not communists.
She's a communist.
What?
Rusty, don't run away from me. It's me. It's Beverly.
Is it true, Beverly?
Rusty, it's true. Look, when I invested in a very simple Russian automobile, I had it shipped here, and when the crate came, I opened the crate up, and when I opened the crate up, a very tiny car came out. It was very, very simple, but the instructions were written in Russian. And I used the translating book that I have, and I read the instructions, and it was almost poetic, the way it spoke about all people being equal, all hands having a part in making something of low quality.
And the bottom of it, there was a recipe for meatloaf.
Exactly.
Stop! Before you say anything else, I must advise you to leave.
Maybe you're right.
We cannot be associated.
Beverly, we'll talk later.
Don't turn this into a witch hunt. I'm simply trying to do what's best for us, everyone.
What's best for everyone is democracy.
And capitalism?
Doctor. So you're saying that that injection will get rid of Martin?
That's exactly right. But, is that what you wish to happen?
Yes, of course. Martin is a figment of my imagination, and it's confusing me. Please, do whatever you can, regardless of any
Maurice? Regardless of any what?
moral...
Maurice, let me ask you a question honestly.
Go on.
Wouldn't you rather be Martin?
What do you mean, be Martin?
You see, parts of him are leaking out through you and calling me names.
He's never spoken Russian before, though.
You have never spoken Russian. Don't you see this? Maurice, Martin is you.
Martin is not real.
He is real, and I want him to be the best part of you. He is all the good parts of you, the confident one, the sexy one, the one who believes in himself.
I'm sexy.
You're not sexy. You're not confident. You question yourself. You look down. You slouch. Martin.
Maybe you're right.
But Martin is you. In psychology, it's called the chromatic flux of the self-ego.
Doctor, you already sold it. Maybe you're right.
that I want Martin to be the one that is the active participant in your life.
Martin! Just do it! Turn me into Martin!
You're right with you, but you have to confront him yourself now, right here in my office, and talk to him. And fight him.
What?
Fight him! Martin, come out! Come out and destroy Maurice for good.
You know I can destroy him. Martin, my name, prove it, can destroy Maurice, the other guy.
Yeah, I don't think you can, Martin. Martin, I think Maurice...
No. No, you can't. I am the first one. But you are the weaker one. You know what? You're probably right.
Do it, Martin. Destroy Maurice.
Do it.
What was that?
Maurice is no more. There's only Martin now.
Excellent.
Kent. Yeah, Rusty. It's been a long time since you and I hung out and had a drink, huh? It's good to see you again. Why don't you pull up a couple of chairs and I'll get us a couple of beers.
Hey, you look awfully troubled.
2 beers, please.
Good catch.
I can't believe it. I can't believe she's a communist. Beverly, it's all true.
Really?
Yeah, they were having a communist party and we were looking in the window and they saw us. I don't know what to do, Kent. My heart's broken.
Gee, I had heard whisperings around town that there was communist activity afoot, but frankly, I always just chalked it up to idle talk.
Kent, I love her. But I can't be in love with a communist.
Oh, of course not. That'd be crazy.
She doesn't see it that way. She's trying to recruit me.
Really?
Yes. She makes some good arguments, too. Sometimes it's all I can do to withstand them. But
you can't go down that path, Rusty.
I know it, and I'm trying my best. This is America, damn it, and it's not impossible that a democracy can slip into a tyranny. I've seen it happen. We've all seen it happen. Maurice gave his leg in order to stop it from happening.
I know, Rusty, but love makes you do crazy things, and I can tell you're teetering on the edge. Why, just one little subliminal poke might push you down a path you might never recover from.
Subliminal. That's it. Aren't you working on a new song for the mayor?
Well, yeah, I sure am.
Well, Kent, maybe you can work in some of those subliminal messages, anti-communism, you know what I mean? Get this town set back on the right path.
Anti-communism?
Yeah, when you play it backwards, it could sound like, communism is bad, but gay people are good.
Gee, it's a great message.
But?
Listen, Rusty, it's ain't easy for me to say, but I've made a backdoor deal with Mayor Rutherford.
Mayor Rutherford?
Yes.
He's a crook.
But he owns the radio station.
He's a fraud.
He can get my record played.
He's a felon.
I need him to get the name Kent Hartley-Reid out there.
What happened to you? You used to be a good man.
What I'm saying is he wants me to put subliminal messages in my songs.
What? To say what?
To say communism is good.
But it's not, it's good.
I know.
Have you ever heard of a subliminal message?
Subliminal liminal.
You have to play the record backward twice.
Wouldn't that just be forward?
Now we're on the right path. Look, buddy, you and I have been through a lot. When I was up there in prison for 25 years, no one from this town visited me except you every Wednesday from 3:30 to 3:45.
Oh, shucks. When they stopped playing my records on the radio, well, who still kept selling them out of the trunk of his car for me?
That was me. And what do you think I sang every Thursday at the talent show up in prison?
Walk through the pines with me?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Of course I did. It was very popular, too.
You know, I think you're right, Rusty. There's too many people like you, people who, if they heard the wrong subliminal message, why, they could be turned to a dark side, and I can't let that happen.
Kent, I'm counting on you. If you could help Beverly see the light and come back to the red, white, and blue, then I could marry her.
I've got to go talk to Maddie. We've got a song to write.
Can I come in, Mayor?
Please.
I appreciate you seeing me. I know you and I don't have the most stellar history with getting on.
Yes, your progressive ways have been a thorn in my side for, well, since you've been voting age, Matthew.
I had a proposition for you.
Please.
Mind if we make this official? Kent told me what you're going to do, all of it. And I thought you should know, he's not the one who wrote that hit song. I was. And if he's going to write something for you again, something that's going to work, it won't be him that writes it, it'll be me. But with all this stuff going on in this town, all these messages coming from you and Olive and everybody, and I'm not really a fan of this, because they're not really a fan of me. So here's my proposition. If you change, I'll write that song for you. He'll write one for Olive. It won't be any good. And then you and me team up. We can get you elected, no problem. Even if progressive attitudes wanted a woman, it wouldn't matter anymore. But you'd have to promise me that you'd make this the first town in America where it was okay to be someone like me. Because look, you're all sorts of bad, and I know that. But from your perspective, so am I. And if I've had to learn anything in my life, it's that people who think each other are bad, usually if they just sit down with each other, they can try and get along. And I think maybe you're just sane enough that we could do it.
Maddie, you make a great politician. That's a hell of an offer. And I must admit that I'm more than tempted to take you up on it. But I have somewhat of a counter offer, if I may. Have you ever seen Our Lady of the Peace up on the hillside?
Of course.
The hospital? Great view. You know, it's got a saltwater pool, none of that chlorine. You can just swim there twice a week if you stay there. Law 26B, subsection 2A. Doesn't allow sexual deviancy in Beaver Pines. Do you know what that means, Maddie?
Yes.
That means that if someone were homosexual, admittedly and out in the open, and everybody knew it, then we could just send them right up there to Our Lady of the Peace, where they could find their true selves. So here's my offer, Maddie. I'll tolerate you, but you write the songs that I want you to write, and you get your boy, Kent, to sing it. Because if you don't, I'll have you in a straitjacket and a padded cell within the alley.
Maurice.
What did you call me?
Maurice.
I'm afraid the man you are looking for is dead.
What are you talking? What's? Oh, Maurice. That's sweet.
Not Maurice.
What's up
Martin.
with you?
My name is Martin. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Maurice, what's going on? What? Is this some kind of joke or? Are you all right?
Of course I'm all right. What can I do for you?
I need you.
You need me.
Yeah, I'm having a really hard time right now with the campaign and the women and communism and...
What does this have to do with me, lady? Whatever your name is?
Are you being serious?
Serious like water in a lung.
That's serious. I'm struggling and you're always the one I come to.
Why are you in my house?
I thought we had something. Remember back when you were falsely accused and I came and visited you in prison?
No. You must be talking about Maurice.
This is cruel, Maurice, this is cruel.
Take a look at this picture here. Violet black. The prettiest flower in the desert. The star that outshined Orion. She and I are the ones that have something.
Well, this is a fine way to tell me that. Why did you even let me come over? I
didn't realize you would just walk in.
But we talked about it. We had a date. I said I needed to talk to you and...
Look, listen, lady. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'm taken. My heart belongs to another. And yes, of course, I understand the desire that you have for me is carnal. It comes from the inner depths of your amygdala, perhaps. I'm afraid I must deny it. Please, don't make me do it again.
I can't believe you're doing this to me. You're cruel. You're cruel. You're very sick. You should go see Dr. Eastman. He'll take care of you because you're not yourself, Maurice.
Lady,
And I still love you.
I will call the police.
Dr. Eastman. I need more pills. Ronaldo's visiting me in my dreams again, haunting me. They're sexual dreams now. Did you hear me?
I heard every word. Pill is not strong enough. You require an anti-sexual Ronaldo injection.
You know I don't like needles. Unless you do it that one way that I like.
Well, tilt your head back. Keep your eyes wide open.
Slowly. Slower. Okay, now harder. How long will this one last?
2 weeks. But listen, Martin is now Martin. Maurice is dead.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's amazing. Well, where is he? I haven't heard from him.
Well, he's probably out and about doing whatever Martin does. I don't have a leash on the boy. But I just want to be clear, Violet, that you're request has been granted, and the past that you and I have shared is nullified.
So how are you and your wife doing having another child? Is that working out for you?
As a matter of fact, it's not. Not yet.
Not yet. So she still wants to be married to you? After everything you've done?
You will not tell her the secret. Нет! Нет! Russia!
That life is behind me.
It is behind this wall. The Soviet Union. Нет! I'm now American citizen.
I don't even have my accent anymore.
Emily, well,
Doctor.
You look like Dorothea.
well, Emily is Dorothea's twin sister.
I'm the prettier twin.
You don't say.
So
This is a private meeting.
Oh. Okay.
well, thank you very much, Violet, for coming over.
Are you with child?
How could you tell from my wonderful figure?
How convenient. I'll let myself out.
Thank you for the apple pie recipe. American is apple pie, they say. Please have a seat. What brings you here?
You know that I'm marrying Kent.
Yes. May I listen to the child?
There's something that you need to know.
Good, strong heartbeat.
It's yours.
Mine!
What have you done?
Rusty!
What have you done to Maurice?
This is not the time nor the place.
It is the time and the place.
Well, just calm down, come on in.
Mayor, just sit down at your desk, why don't you?
Tell my secretary to check my calendar.
Now, I don't know what you think of me.
Not much.
I'm a street rat, gang affiliate, but I got brains. I know what you're doing. Do I have to be more specific? This whole communist scare, I've been tracing it back, trying to see where it started. Who put the red in our blood in Beaver Pines?
That's just iron, boy. Once it's exposed to oxygen, iron oxide.
That's just ridiculous. There's no metal in blood. Stop trying to confuse me. What I do know. This whole thing boils down to your campaign.
How would I want to campaign around communism? That's a ridiculous idea.
You don't. But if you had an opponent who did, that would slip you easily into another term. So you've been manipulating the women in this town, trying to get them to start up this communist party. You've been pulling all the strings, and now I hear that you're threatening my younger brother Matty, and I don't take too kindly to all this.
It is the time and the place. I went over to Maurice, my friend Maurice, but he wasn't there, was he?
No, he was not.
What did you do? What did you do?
Just relax, Rusty. I'll explain everything, I promise you. Emily, I'm sorry I have to wait. Maurice became the man that he was meant to be. He became Martin. The better, confident, stronger version of himself.
No.
Yes.
No, Maurice was my friend. That was the real man.
And psychologists call it the Freudian complex of Jeremiah.
Sometimes I think you make that crap up.
Freud had a brother named Jeremiah. His younger brother died when he was only 5 years old. Traumatic. Good. Anyway, I'm not going to get into the whole historical, psychological definition of this, but just know this: Martin is the best version of Maurice, and you should support him, Captain.
That man Maurice was a war hero. He risked his life, he lost a limb to save us, to save you, to let you practice medicine at outrageous prices.
There is still him in there. Don't
No,
you see?
it's not. Don't you see? You've ripped the heart out of him and you've left that slimy reptile skin wrapped around him. Well, I'm not going to let you get away with it.
What are you going to do about it? Huh? You rusty? Rusty? Connor? Didn't you kill a man 25 years ago?
That's funny, because when Beverly was talking to me about communism, she stood just like that.
Well, that's a power stance.
Is it?
Yeah. Doesn't mean I'm a communist. What are you pointing at? I'm a doctor in this town. I've delivered many babies here.
You know what I've learned, Doctor? I've learned a lot of people in this town have secrets.
You know, my grandmother used to always say, secrets are as cheap as a skunk in a willow's nest.
Oh, yeah? Well, listen to me and listen good. Eisenhower, are you doing it? Oh, in the... Eisenhower, are you doing? Maddie!
Well, what did he say? What did you do?
Look, let's just say you don't have to worry about the mayor anymore.
I don't know how I feel about you getting involved in all this. You know, things were bad enough already.
Look, Maddie, everything's gonna be good. Look, you don't even have to do a campaign anymore. There's gonna be no one running against Olive. I made sure of that.
Jack, tell me you didn't.
Didn't do what?
Tell me you didn't kill him.
Look, all I'm saying is that he's out of the picture. Isn't that what you wanted?
I just wanted to be somewhere safe and happy.
Well, I did that for you. He was the one putting all those communist ideas in our town. He was the one who's putting your kind down. Now you don't have to put your subliminal messages in songs. You can say it out loud under olive oil.
It wasn't just him, Jack. It's everybody.
What are you talking about, Maddie?
Olive wants her wholesome campaign. You think that includes me?
You want me to take her out too?
No. You gotta stop with all this murdering people, Jack. It's not good for you.
Look, I just want you to have the world that you want. I don't understand it, but whatever I can do to work towards it, I'm there for you.
Oh, Olive, I'm so glad that you could come. My brother's not been home for an hour and he's missing, I know. I can feel it. Something's terribly wrong. Oh, darn. You act like you don't care. Who are you going to run against if he's not around to run against too? That made more sense when I was stoned.
It means I get to be the mayor then. I'll run unopposed.
It doesn't work that way, Olive. My brother, he means everything to me. I can't be a communist. I don't even know what that means.
Isn't it enough to be a stoner and have dementia? You need to be a communist too,
I
really?
thought it was enough, but I need more. I need a job, I need something, but my brother is the only one that can do that for me. I have a roof over my head. Bud Light is going to graduate from elementary school soon, and I have nothing but martinis and...
Crystal, am I going to have to slap you again? You have to stop. You need to find yourself an identity. Drugs, dementia, you care for your brother, you don't care for your brother. You're going to help me with my campaign, you're not. You got to get it together, woman.
I know I don't have an original thought in my head. I wasn't taught to have one. But
You know what?
I know I'm destined for better things, but I can't do this without my brother.
I have an idea. I think I'm going to make you my personal assistant. Violet hasn't necessarily been living up to her role. I'm going to give you a job. You've always wanted to be a secretary, haven't you?
It's been my goal in life.
Come work for me at the bank.
Oh, I think I could do that. Yes.
I mean, what could go wrong?
Dr. Eastman. Mayor, please. Come lay down on the couch.
I went in to see him and all this.
What happened?
Comrade!
That's a means.
Yet,
Proszę mi nie
listen. I have done all that I can here. I am afraid the young boy Jack has mortally wounded me. Sasha.
Yeah.
Oleg. Alexander. You must carry on my legacy. Once I'm gone, I have told them to put pro-communist statements and mind rip them. About me.
Нет, Doctor, нет. Oh.
Мишта, простите.
Los плачьте.
Мишта, отвегись.
Нет.
Я, да.
Did you sleep with my wife or daughter in Russia?
I cannot believe you thought it was okay to date my husband. In motherland.
I'm so confused with the English. It confuses me, the way they conjugate the verbs.
Perhaps if we go back to American accent, it'll be much more easier to understand.
Oh, God.
Listen, the town can't know he's dead.
Look, we've got to do something with his body. Wait.
Emily, I'm so glad I found you here at the home of your sister Dot and Dr. Eastman. It's very nice of them to let you stay with them while you're pregnant in the run-up to our wedding. You know, I've been drinking at the bar with Rusty. For a second there, I thought you were Dot, but no, you're Emily, of course. The one with the better body.
The better body?
Emily, don't talk. I've got something to say.
What is it?
Your brother-in-law, Dr. Eastman, he was going to pay me for the child in your belly. He was going to pay me to have me give the child to him and Dot for adoption. And I was going to do it. I was all mixed up. Why, I was going to do a lot of bad things. I was going to write a bad song for Olive Oil's mayoral candidacy. I was going to give away my own child to adoption, but I'm not going to do that anymore.
No, you should. You should.
No, because I love you. I know that our engagement has been cold and distant lately, but, well, I'm feeling a great swell of feelings for you right now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And Dr. Eastman won't be home for a while.
Well, I assume that He wouldn't ever come up to your room, Emily.
Right, my room, which is across from I mean Dottie's room.
Right. I tell you something right now. Emily, if you weren't already pregnant, why, I'd get you pregnant all over again.
Let's go right now.
Beverly! What are you telling me? You dated Dr. Eastman's husband in Russia?
Rusty, you must understand. It's different there. It's different. We date people's brother.
It was his husband!
I know. And he treated him like a brother. I dated his husband, and he slept with my wife or my daughter. It makes no sense here. But if we were in the Soviet Union, Rusty, it would make so much more sense.
I bet this has something with the way we conjugate verbs.
Yes. Rusty.
Beverly,
Rusty.
you have to understand, this is flying in the face of everything I believe in.
You must listen to me. This United States will end very soon.
It will end very soon.
Yes, we will all be equal.
No.
Comrades.
No.
Comrades. Rusty, please.
I can't withstand it anymore!
Oh, Rusty. Yeah!
Has Ross resting on the way of communism? Has Beverly brought him over to the red side? Stay tuned for the next episode of Beaver Pines tomorrow. Thanks for coming.
My friends, thank you very, very much for being the first people ever to see Synergy Theater's production of Spontaneous Soap. My name's Ken Adams. I'm the artistic director of Synergy Theater. Spontaneous Soap was created and directed by the very awesome Lynn Shields. Folks, we have so many wonderful things happening here at Synergy Theater. First, we're doing this show 7 more times, and in fact, each show is going to continue the storyline from evening to evening. So come on back, see all of the shows, find out what's going to happen, and follow the stories. And if you don't mind telling your friends about it, we'd appreciate that too. Your word of mouth is our greatest form of advertising, and we'd appreciate your help very much. Synergy Theater has so many fun things coming up. First of all, we teach classes. If you think improvisation looks like fun, it is. If you're wondering, gosh, can I do that? You can. I teach classes right here in Walnut Creek through the Walnut Creek Arts and Rec Center. Right now we're finishing up our summer session, but our fall session starts soon. So come out, take a class, learn how to improvise. You'll have a lot of fun. We have flyers on the desk. Please grab one on the way out. Also, a brand new show, something Synergy Theater has never done before. You've seen us perform here at the Leisure Center, but on August 26th, we are doing a brand new immersive show in a winery in Berkeley, at the beautiful Hammerling Wine in Berkeley, where we're going to do an improvised murder mystery, and it's going to be immersive theater, so the audience is right there involved with the show, intermingling with the characters as the murder mystery unfolds around you. It's going to be an awesome show. There'll be dinner, there'll be drinks, something like you've never seen Synergy Theater do before. Take a flyer on the way out and come see us at Murder in the Winery. Then, after that, we careen right into our brand new 24-25 season, and we're kicking that off with Spontaneous the Improvised Twilight Zone. Yes, full-length play in the style of Twilight Zone. That's going to be directed by Ross New. And then we have an amazing season unfolding. We have the Improvised Twilight Zone, Improvised Law and Order, Improvised Dungeons and Dragons, and Spontaneous Hitchcock, a full-length play in the style of an Alfred Hitchcock movie. We're going to have sales for our subscriptions and for our individual shows on sale at the end of July. So please pop online, come back, see us at the winery, take a class, become a subscriber. We love you very much, and we appreciate you being here and being part of our community. If you have a friend in the cast who'd like to say hello, give us about 10 minutes and we'll be outside by the stage door. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful night. And may all of you